Hello watch fans, today I'll be reviewing the Junghans Max Bill. Hi again. So, as you can see, I'm actually in a forest right now. It's a popular hiking place where I live. I'll be talking about the Junghans Max Bill, as you can see right here. It's in pink now because my wife actually just used it and I haven't changed the strap. But hey, they say only manly men wear pink. Hi guys, back again. Sorry, I keep getting distracted by hikers walking by and asking what the heck am I doing here. So anyways, you can see I just got a new mic. I really do hope that this will help improve the audio quality of my videos. Back to the watch. I actually was introduced to the Junghans brand by watching Teddy Balsar's channel. If you guys follow him, you know he's a huge fan of the brand and he actually has a Max Bill chronoscope, which is a watch that I had an opportunity to purchase when I was in Germany about 8 months ago. Unfortunately, I didn't due to various reasons and I still am kicking myself for not buying the watch. Fast forward a couple of months later, an opportunity presented itself when I had a new German colleague joining me. He actually had this watch, the Junghans Max Bill. And thank you Thomas for loaning me this watch. He had a really good story to tell on why he bought the watch. He's not a huge watch fan, but he said he had the impression that watches are something that is of interest to the executive level people. So he thought that this watch would actually be a great conversation starter during interviews. But unsurprisingly, not many people or none actually have ever commented on his watch. But to us, as watch geeks, we know that we are a minority and really not that many people stop to look at watches and comment on them. They might think that the watch looks good, but that's about it. First, a little bit about Junghans. They were first founded as Junghans and Tobler, a German watch and clock company in 1861. I still do see quite a bit of antique Junghans clocks floating around here in Malaysia. The company was created by Erhard Junghans and his brother-in-law Jakob in Schramberg, Germany. I truly want to apologize if I'm butchering the pronunciation of the names here. The company was the largest clock manufacturer in the world by 1903. Producing over 3 million clocks annually, and they started producing wristwatches in 1927. By 1961, they had about 6,000 employees and were already exporting to 100 countries. Many of the models they produce are based on vintage designs, and their current ones employ the latest tech, of course. They are a great brand to look at if you are interested in vintage aesthetics. Interestingly, the minimalist trend, which is also something they are known for, has had a resurgence in popularity in recent years, and this is especially evident in the designs of many fashion brands. In the 1950s, the company started embracing the Bauhaus philosophy. Bauhaus principles include the emphasis that form follows function, as well as minimalism, which can be seen clearly in the design of Junghans watches that usually has great legibility and simple, clean layouts. Designer Max Bill, a famous Bauhaus designer, architect, painter, sculptor, worked for the company creating designs for clocks and watches. The first Max Bill designed Junghans wristwatches started in 1961. Included in his many collaborations with the brand is the limited edition Max Bill chronoscope 100 Years of Bauhaus, that not only features a distinct design, but also the first time that the company produced a case made from 18-karat white gold. The watches developed by Max Bill are still being produced today with the designs practically unchanged. What is particularly captivating about the watches are the fonts for the typeface and numbers which Max Bill created for his original kitchen clock, the Exacta, in 1957. The most famous of which, of course, is the number 4. The Max Bill by Junghans collection is one of the most popular choices in the Junghans watch product line. They have a large selection and choices, from hand-winding mechanicals to quartz watches for both men and women. They also come in an array of different dial colors. So let's go to the specs of the watch. What I have here is the Junghans Max Bill with the model number 27/3400. As you can see, it is a black dial variant and is definitely a very well used watch. Some quick dimensions. It is made from polished stainless steel. It has a case width of 38mm, a case height of 10mm, a short lug to lug of 40mm, and a lug width of 20mm. It is powered by the J800.1 movement, which is based off the ETA 2824, which is of course a workhorse movement from the Swatch group with a 38-hour power reserve beating at 28,800 beats an hour. It's a staple for watches and even luxury pieces, as it is known for its reliability. The watch is rated as splash resistant. Well, I guess it means that it's okay to wash your hands with it, but definitely you would not want to bath or even swim with it. There are some things that I find to be lacking about this watch in particular. The dome crystal really does add a touch of class to the watch that I really like. However, of course, it's a personal taste, and I must confess that I have a soft spot for nicely domed crystals. When I received the watch, I wanted to help my friend to clean it up a little and buff out the scratches, as it is, as I mentioned earlier, it is a well-worn watch. Thank goodness I did a little research before attempting it, as it appears that it would have been a disaster. The glass on the Max Bill is a convex hard plexiglass with Cikralon coating. The coating does provide extra scratch resistance, but once it is scratched, it's done for. At this price range, I would totally expect sapphire or even uncoated plexiglass would have been better, as you would have the option to buff out minor scratches with polywash or, like what some people would like to do, toothpaste. As for the lume, Junghans does use Superluminova for its lume, but the application here is minimal. It really is nice to see the numerals light up in the dark, but it really doesn't last very long. As you can see here, the lume on the hands does last longer than the numerals, but it fades really quickly. This is how the watch looks on my 5 3/4 inch wrist. There really is something about the Max Bill, as it perfectly embodies the concepts of the Bauhaus movement. The thin minimal lines and symmetry is just so pleasing to the eye. The watch is nearly all dial, as the bezel is very thin, which should make it look like it wears bigger than the size would suggest. However, the extremely compact lug to lug brings it back down a little. The 10mm thickness also makes it very easy to slide under the cuff. At an average price of about $700 at Amazon, it is by no means a cheap watch, but considering the heritage and the beautifully unique design, I would say that it justifies its asking price. And also, you can get the quartz version at about half of this, that is, if a mechanical watch isn't your cup of tea. So, some final thoughts on the watch. Bottom line is I really like it. It's perfectly proportioned for my hands. I have really small wrists and this watch really fits me really well. The design is great. The Bauhaus design is really simple. It makes for a great dress or everyday watch. But would I get it in the future? I think I would. It is definitely high on my list. My wife really likes it as well, so it makes it great that both of us would be able to wear this. But I would probably go for the white dial version because I think it's a little bit more versatile, I would say. I prefer white dials anyway in general. I might even consider the Max Bill Chronoscope, which is the watch that I've also really liked and missed an opportunity to get, as I mentioned at the beginning of this video. So, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and please subscribe and like if you find the video interesting, and see you in the next one. Bye!